I've got a bit of explaining to do. Hi everyone, my name's Kamren the Person, and you may be wondering where the death battle reactions have been. Aside from Beta vs. Obito, I have not reacted to any of the new ones, except for the first two that came out this season. Work has been on my ass for the past few weeks. Months, I should rather say, but now that I have some free time, I finally figured out what I'm gonna do. Starting next week, the reactions are coming back for the new episodes that come out, starting with Discord vs. Bill Cipher. The most important matchup of the entire show for me. I'm being dead serious with this. And for the reactions that I'll be doing, for the older episodes, I'll do that the week after I do the ones that come out. Basically, Discord vs. Bill will come out next week, and for now, it'll be Killua versus Mikasa, yeah. I'm gonna be real, this is like the least memorable episode of the season for me. With every other episode, I can at least remember some bits of it outside of the victor, but with this one, I don't really remember much. I don't remember the analysis, I don't remember how the fight went, and I don't really remember any of the actual, points that they gave either one, so for me, this is pretty much the only time where I'll be revisiting it from scratch and everything. No memory intact, just kind of that stuff. I know these ones are going to be a lot more disappointing because by this point I'll have already seen some of them, but trust me, I am not going to do this again. This is going to be a legit thing that I'm going to keep going on, alright? That make everyone happy? Let's watch Killua vs. Mikasa and see if there's literally anything of worth outside of the victor and the next time, which I was really happy about. Alright, let's see how good this is, from what I don't remember. Haven't watched this since it came out, so I'm hoping it'll at least be decent from memory.
Killua Zoldyck, Hunter's prodigious lightning assassin.
Is still very unfortunate naming.
Electric princess.
Question. What is more terrifying than the all-powerful crackling might of lightning?
Lightning in the hands of cocky, hyper-talented teenagers.
Oh yeah, Kaminari, Spider-Verse, and
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our
fucking
job to
Total
analyze
Drama
their weapons,
Island,
armor,
yeah.
and skills to find out who would win.
I swear, if they ever
Death
do, what is it?
A vicious family of assassins known the
Chris
world
McLean
over.
versus Junko
So
Enoshima,
infamous
I
for
might
their killing
actually have
techniques,
to,
a single
rip
photo
my eyes
of
out.
any member sells for millions.
Oh yeah,
You don't want to
businessman.
be the target of their next family outing. But like all families, there's bound to be a rebel.
As was the case with the middle child, Killua.
Yep.
They seriously named him Kill?
I'm
Well, it
not
might
gonna
be a
lie,
pun
I
on
do
the
not
term
like this
Killua,
show.
but
I remember
Kill
editing
is apt, given he's been trained in
some
tensing people since he was
some
3.
Hunter
I'll
x
say,
Hunter
at age
stuff for
14,
anime
he was
rap
strong
battles.
enough
Check
to
it right.
open a 64
Check it right
ton
here,
door.
but
Jeez, what kind
I
of
just
workout
don't
did his
like.
family put him through? Somehow, it gave him 6 skater skills, extendable claws, and rhythm echo, a technique that lets him fool people's senses with just his feet.
More
Just
accurately,
his feet,
by
huh?
manipulating the cadence
What
of his
did
footsteps,
is he
Killua
able
can
to
create an
feel it
auditory
off the
illusion
ground
capable
too?
of tricking even extrasensory abilities.
Killua was a heck of a prodigy, but despite being able to effortlessly rip
Oh, yeah,
out
I remember
hearts,
that.
his family still
Just
thought he wasn't
casually
cold-blooded
rips
enough.
out
Fed
heart.
up,
Those are
he
always
ran
fun
away.
to deal with.
Not to the circus, but to the Hunter Association, an association of people who hunt stuff. There, he tested himself in the Hunter's exam and inevitably had gone head over heels for his new friend, Gon. Get it?
Oh God, Wiz, are you still taking those waste of time improv classes?
Yes, and
Oh, hi,
I think
Big
it's
Bang
going
Theory.
pretty well.
Mm-hmm. Killua's family didn't like him making friends, so they sat him down and then calmly and politely tortured him mercilessly
So
as punishment.
they
It
berated
was only
this
thanks
man
to
for
Gon
having
that Killua
friends.
finally convinced his old man to let him go out
Sounds
on
about right.
adventures with his
Ew,
buddies.
oh, that's
But this change of heart was
disgusting.
no act of compassion.
Ugh.
Killua's father saw his freedom
A
as just
blood
another step
bond.
in molding him into a better killer. And in
Oh,
some
yeah,
ways, he
just
was right. Through his adventures,
manipulate
Killua
him
learned
by
Nen, an
making him
invisible
do
life
things
force
that'll make him
that-
a better,
it's key.
more
It's
efficient. Yeah,
always
Dragon Ball.
key.
God
Actually,
damn it,
this one's a
Dragon
bit
Ball.
more complicated. You see, Nen is utilized through 4 main principles: Ten for containing your aura while defending from physical and mental attacks, Zetsu for relieving fatigue and masking your presence, Ren for bolstering strength and influencing emotions,
That's pretty
I don't
standard so
remember
far.
it being
and
this
Hatsu, the
complicated.
unique way in which one's
Yeah, I
name
don't
is
remember it being
expressed.
this complicated.
This comes in many forms, but all fall into one of 6 types, which represent how proficient a Nen user is at certain
that looks
techniques.
familiar.
Oh, it's an RPG
Yeah.
class system?
More like a hybrid class
Ew,
system,
Genshin Impact,
because
get it
most
out of me,
users
get it out of my
actually
eyes.
fall somewhere between 2 categories, giving them differing degrees of proficiency. Techniques from these Nen categories can even be further enhanced by adding rules to their use. Oh, then there are the advanced
It's the
principles, which...
shovel.
Oh god, okay, I get it.
But we
Oh,
haven't even
oh,
talked
that,
about
oh,
Killua's
I just,
Hatsu yet.
I
Killua is
completely
a transmuter
forgot about the
enhancer,
thing on the
i.e. he
screen.
specializes
Jesus
in
Christ.
transmuting his aura into different
Terrifying.
forms and enhancing the power of himself and others. He uses his aura to...
He makes lightning!
So complicated.
Yes, in Killua's hand, lightning becomes a deadly weapon that he can fire down
That
as a bolt,
is a very
channel through his arms,
short
or send
moveset
through
from
metal
Nen.
objects.
Like his super alloy yo-yos. These bad boys
Oh
weigh
my
up to
god,
50
he has a nasty
kilograms.
down
See, that's
smash.
how you make a pun, Wiz.
Jesus
Packing enough
Christ.
force to shatter trees like I just shattered Wiz's confidence.
And shattered
In
my
Killua's
hopes and
lightning,
dreams.
he can electrify anyone who touches them.
And this isn't
Thank
some
you, Tom. Very
magicy
cool.
smagicy lightning. His bolts have been identified as the real deal more than once.
Meaning, Killua is certainly as fast as actual lightning, especially when he
Jesus
uses it
Christ.
on himself to
I was
bust
gonna
out
say,
God
is
speed.
he
the
able to,
form
like,
that greatly amplifies his
just
agility
make
and
lightning
power,
out of
letting
his
him
own
bypass his
fingertips?
synapses to
Like,
reflexively
he's a
react to
conduct.
threats.
For regular folk, that much voltage would be too much.
Also,
but thanks
Godspeed,
to
really?
Killua's training, he
I
can
mean, I get that
shrug
he's
off
fast,
over
but, like-
a million volts of electricity.
Okay,
He's
yeah,
also
a million volts.
exceptionally
Jesus
crafty.
Christ.
In a Nen fight, every move matters, and strategy almost always triumphs, even against greater strength.
Killua used these powers to battle world-renowned thieves, bomber mercenaries,
That's
and
quite a good amount of
ants.
peace.
That may not sound like
Ants?
much, but these chimera ants were brutal,
Oh,
murdering and eating people by the hundreds of thousands.
I
then threatening
remember
billions.
that.
Reminds
There was
me
a
of an old
character in there
experiment.
that I liked the
Gone
design for,
horribly
and then
wrong.
they
Killua
died.
understandably wanted to bail,
No.
but Gon pulled him back in, much to his frustration.
Also, I
Killua
will say
wanted
the
to
only
be there for
character I
Gon
like in this
emotionally,
show
but
is
could
the little
not
funny
comprehend why
businessman
he was
with the
risking
suitcase.
so much against the
I
chimera
don't
ants,
remember him,
going
or
as
if
far
he
as
has
becoming
any
a
legitimate
monster.
In other words, Killua
Yeah,
was
legitimate
pressing
power.
really hard, but didn't know what to do about Gon's simple-minded impulsiveness. It
He-
didn't end well for anyone.
Oh,
It
no.
wasn't all doom and gloom,
That's,
though. Killua held his own against some of the
that's a big
chimera ants
damage.
best, surviving this forest-consuming blast from one of their captains.
Which, judging by its size, was worth several kilotons.
And he later injured
Killua-
a top-ranking royal guard, Yuppie.
Kilowatons,
Sure, he ran for the
really?
hills the moment Godspeed
Come
wore
on,
off,
Doomstick,
and
you
isn't
can-
as
you can do
strong
better
as the
than
weird
that.
horseman. But even just damaging someone who can make a crater like this is nothing to sniff at.
But amidst all the fighting,
No.
Killua still could not get his family out of his mind. Literally.
As in, his brother, Illumi, put a needle in his head, forcing him to be controlled by self-preservation, ensuring he'd always run when victory isn't guaranteed. Well, you can
That's,
call CPS for that.
Yeah,
Thankfully, after some
manipulation, I
much-needed
love
self-surgery
it.
and self-reflection, Killua removed it, overcoming his mental barrier and
What, he
ready
just
to risk his
removed
life
the
for those
needle?
he cherishes.
Which
From
he did
inside
when he
his head.
finally got himself and his dear sister Aluka away from their demented family. He even brought Gon back from the brink of his creepy Nen coma.
But despite how
What,
valuable
like,
Gon
Nen
was as a
death?
friend, Killua realized his unhealthy dependence on him.
So he decided to travel with and protect Aluka, finally
Yeah.
realizing what he wants to do for the rest of his life. Oh god, the tearful romantic parting!
Still, if Gon or Aluka ever need help,
They
Killua is sure to come
separated.
running.
Ready to Killua anyone dumb enough to mess with him
Just
or those
slap
he
off
cares
his head,
about.
why don't ya? Ad read is done.
Academy City, a sprawling metropolis filled with schools where espers train to master their supernatural abilities.
Most of these
Apparently,
youngins
this
dream
is
of
like
rivaling
the
the
most
best
popular
espers,
visual
but
novel
only
series,
a few
and
are
that's why
hardworking
it
and smart
mainly
enough
got
to
a
do
spot
it.
in Deathbattle,
Among
which I
them
think
being
is really
Tokuwadai
cool.
Middle School's Level 5 Electro Master, Misaka Mikoto.
Level 5? So she's a Pokemon, but an anime girl.
Each Esper's
Pretty
power
much.
and utility is ranked, with
Also,
level 5 being the
tap
highest they
Pokken.
can normally achieve.
And
Need to
after
play it
working
again
up
at
to
some
that
point.
level, Misaka became unstoppable. She can
And
magnetize
became an
herself to metal,
electrifying
electrically
force.
enhance her physique, sense her surroundings through an electromagnetic radar and generate billions of volts.
In addition, she can make
already
sand
billions of volts.
particles in the air
That's
to
like
form tornadoes, body decoys,
99 million more than Killua.
Just what an anime girl needs, a chainsaw. Man, if she gets serious,
hey,
Misaka
you said
can
it.
even
I am
make
not
a
watching that, though.
6 million ton kaiju out of it.
With such tremendous
already
power,
got the
Misaka
stat
put end
advantage
to
out.
many crimes, earning fear among criminals.
Again, I remember
admiration
who
among her
wins
peers,
this, so
and
it's
lots
not a
of personal pride
surprise,
in her
but
abilities.
I
There was
forgot how
nothing
the
she
fight
couldn't
animation
overcome.
went.
Nothing
And
except
I'm
the
really
pain
watching
of all
it for that, if I'm being
tsunderes.
honest.
A frizzy-haired, dumbass anime protagonist.
Enter
Yep, sounds
Kamijo
about
Toma,
right.
a level 0 nobody who Misaka could not harm, no matter how
For
many times she
some
tried.
godforsaken
I hate you,
reason.
but I secretly love you, and it'll work out.
Man, I love
but
you.
she'd
Shut
have
up,
more than
bitch.
a dork like Toma to worry about. As amazing as Academy City is, it's more corrupt than New York real estate.
Okay,
Years
but how
ago,
corrupt are we
Misaka gave
talking?
some shady scientists a sample of her DNA, being promised it'd help cure tons of fatal diseases.
Instead, they made tens of thousands of clones of her, sending them
So
all to
they
be slaughtered
homelanded
one by
her.
one.
Specifically against
Sounds
another
about
level
right.
5 and 8
You can never trust the government
named
these days.
Accelerator. By farming all these clones, they hoped he would finally
That's
get enough
a big old
EXP to
pillar.
become a mythic level 6. Is that seriously all it takes? How does this Esper
20,000
stuff work?
sisters? Jesus
Glad you
Christ.
asked. Espers represent the scientific side of the world, a side I'm so familiar with. All Espers possess an involuntary movement or
That little
AIM diffusion
flag.
field that manifests their power, letting them consciously alter reality.
Changing reality with your mind. Isn't that
Oh,
just
come
magic?
on, with the
Au contraire,
2010
Boomstick,
meme
it's quite
format?
scientific.
No,
Look at Misaka's signature
stop
move,
it.
the railgun. Many real-life railguns use a set of
Railgun!
to generate Lorentz force. By envisioning imaginary rails between herself and her target, Misaka can create a similar yet greater effect, accelerating the speed and kinetic force of a projectile, usually a coin, into a concussive bullet. It's beautiful.
I will say that
Science.
is pretty cool.
How long are you going to be nerding out over this?
Come on, this is like my one
It's
thing.
the funny gift. It's the
where
funny
was
gift.
I? Oh yeah, thousands of dead clones, traumatized by the
Huh?
endless slaughter.
I don't
Misaka
remember
felt
that visual. I might have to
enormous
censor
guilt.
that.
You see it all the time with horrific experiments.
Sure, buddy.
She worked for days
Sure,
to end
buddy,
the clone
sure.
project, but concluded it would have to end with her sacrifice.
But Toma butted in, giving Misaka the support she needed in her darkest hour, while also punching out
Kick
Albino
the shit out of
Magneto
him.
with his Esper-proof fist.
Misaka had shouldered her burden for so long that she forgot how to rely on others. This wake-up call from her newfound crush was exactly what she needed.
Oh, of
But
course
even with
she's
Accelerator decelerated,
what's the word? It's
Misaka
not
kept
Yandere.
fighting Academy City's underbelly, all to protect her friends and free her sister
Tsundere?
clones she befriended.
Tsundere.
She dealt with a lot of trouble on the way, but had the power to do it.
In her battle with a killer cyborg lady, Misaka conjured a city-spanning storm, which, by
That
measuring the
is a
size of the
pretty
cloud
big
relative to the city,
tornado.
would require over 58 kilotons of energy to make.
Kilowatt
Also,
ton.
animation
She's
for that
also
part
fought other level
specifically
5s,
goes
not just
off.
Accelerator. She got into a middle school beef with a snobby telepath, fought this explosive weirdo, and dodged particle beams from an unhinged Karen.
The electrons of which can accelerate to high relativistic
The last thing I need on my
It's
mind
no
right now is like a
shock.
Karen being
Misaka's
able to just
reactions are that
ultimately
fast, given her
dominate your
lightning has been
shit if you
stated to
aren't
be
like an
light
Esper.
speed on 5 different occasions.
More than just her powers,
Oh
though,
yeah,
Misaka's
she
greatest asset
outspeeds
is her
Killua
intellect.
It might
hard.
not look it, but high-level Espers constantly perform tons of nerd math just to make their powers work.
And understanding
They
other powers
gotta
has been just as
calculate
vital to
this shit
Misaka's
first
survival.
before they
Take
do
her
the
bout with
thing,
magic
otherwise they're
Valkyrie,
gonna
Brunhilde.
die.
Remember when Wiz said Espers were the science side of the world? Well, these
Pretty
weirdos are
much.
packing the magic. A single mistake from Misaka could have meant death, but she
So
still
science and magic
Brunhilde.
exists in
Now,
this
Brunhilde
world,
was
like
still stronger and faster,
codependently.
but it is impressive Misaka was able
Okay,
to
not
harm a
codependently,
Saint,
but, like,
who are normally only
just
deployed
in the
against
same
foes capable
vein.
of leveling mountains.
Okay, then.
One such foe, Hell, froze 100
Footage
kilometers
not
of ocean.
found.
You'd think this means Misaka can take on all sorts of magical baddies.
Nope.
But alas, the power creep
Nope.
says otherwise.
He's actually serious. When you're dealing with
power
crazy
creep?
magicians and magic gods, even a level 5 Esper struggles to keep up. Misaka valued her abilities so highly that she struggled to maintain her self-esteem when they weren't enough.
A shame Misaka cares so much about getting stronger when Toma appreciates her as a person first and foremost.
While certainly a
And that's-
flaw, that
that's
ever-persistent
sweet.
hard-headedness will also keep Misaka around, no matter the stakes.
So watch out, because this pint-sized 14-year-old is quite literally a walking railgun.
And they will kick your ass.
This episode is sponsored by HelloFresh.
Oh!
Now me,
Okay, an actual good
every
advert.
time I have whiz over for a lovely home-cooked meal,
You know,
has
I've never actually
complaints.
ordered
I told you I don't
HelloFresh.
care if
Maybe
smoking
I should
carne is a
start
friendly
doing it
tradition.
now
It
that
is
this
until I
ad's
started
right here.
getting
That would probably be
HelloFresh.
good,
You're
wouldn't it?
getting farm fresh,
Yeah,
pre-portioned
maybe, I don't
ingredients
fucking know.
and seasonal
I don't
recipes
cook
delivered
enough.
straight to your doorstep. Or trailer step in my case.
And what a godsend it was. HelloFresh's seasonal ingredients
Can we
are picked
get
at peak
to the
ripeness
point,
and travel from the
Pastor?
farm to
I'm
your
currently
doorstep in less than
dying
7 days
of,
with fresh flavor in every bite.
boredom.
Foolproof instructions to high-quality proteins and veggies. HelloFresh
We'll
brings
just,
out your inner chef with every tasty, easy-to-prepare meal.
Look at
Including
the
fast
phone
and
while
fresh
this is
options ready in
happening.
just 15 minutes or less.
Ooh, Pirate
It's
Live
also
uploaded.
25% less
Don't
expensive
use
than
Tenno.
takeout.
No matter your lifestyle, you'll always find delicious recipes on the HelloFresh menu.
Go to HelloFresh.com/deathbattle16.
I love Death Battle, but they stretch these out for
Death
longer
Battle
than they really
16
should. I mean, I get it's
16 free meals
contracted,
plus
but like,
free shipping.
now,
All
kill
right,
each
the maps
other.
are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle!
I forgot they did that. Never do that again, Death Battle. Oh yeah, I
it's
remember
mine.
the back.
I've
I
been
remember
looking
the
for it all
backgrounds
day.
for these
Give
are
it here.
very visually
You want it?
beautiful.
Come and get it.
Also, voice acting is pretty good here. Just nonchalantly looks at it.
Huh? I had a butler who used these.
Butler! Also, if I remember correctly, the Mikasa sprites are actually from a
Focus.
video game, and they're
It's a
just
trick of
rigged
sound.
to be
Out of
custom.
sight.
The Killua ones, on the other hand, they're like custom made for this fight specifically.
Gotcha!
If you didn't know that, you wouldn't be able to tell.
He's good at hand-to-hand.
I will,
Better keep
I will
my
say,
distance.
from the past
Stronger
seasons, their
lightning.
rigging
Gotta
for,
get in
like,
close.
2D sprites
No
have
problem.
gotten really better. Oh yeah, just ride on a big old piece of concrete and skateboard through the air with electric currents. This is Thunder from Smash Bros. Yo. Oh no, that's cheating.
No time to break!
Use mathematics to get yourself out of that situation.
Now's my chance.
Use mathematics to kill the thing. Oh, I see. Just go and ride up the wall. Get that sword out. Cut his ass to bits. Dragon Ball. Charge up. Oh. Hang on to the wall. Electric outbreak. Oh, that is a big old giant motherfucker.
Catch
Get
this.
railed. Duh. Oh, just completely dodges it.
She's keeping this thing together with electromagnetism.
Okay, that shot
can
looks
be just
really
like it.
cool. This whole sequence looks pretty cool. Okay. Do the old heart thing. A really good fake out. And Killua was done
Distance,
for.
35 meters. Altitude, 45, 40.
Bang.
Now.
Well, she got her coin back. In a puddle of rain.
The angle, the electromagnetism, the science. It's
The science!
All right, take a breather there, champ.
It's so
While
fucking
Killua's
cool!
assassin training made him a vicious threat, Misaka's abilities and know-how gave her the counter she needed in this mind-numbing battle of wits.
Killua could survive kilowatt-ton level blasts, and given some leeway,
Shut up with
could
the goddamn
scale
pun, you already
whose
used
greater
it.
feat was worth 18 megatons
You get
of
one
TNT.
once, but you can't do it
Impressive,
twice.
but
That's
the
how the
stuff
rules
Misaka
go.
created beat anything Killua has done directly. And given similar scaling to Brunhild, who Misaka not only harmed but stalemated, her output could reach hundreds of megatons
Yep.
of TNT.
That,
Meaning,
and not
no
to
matter which
mention,
numbers are
she's got
used, Misaka
billions
would always have the advantage
of
in raw
electricity
electrical
in her,
power.
while
No
as
surprise
the
there.
boy
Killua
only
may have
has
shrugged off
1
1,000,000 volts of
million.
electricity, but Misaka can dish out and survive billions.
Still, both
Yep.
characters have contended with and harmed stronger opponents, and the two power systems they work under have allowed weaker opponents to defeat stronger ones in the past.
So, might alone wouldn't net either a win. Plus, Killua was way better at hand-to-hand and physically stronger.
Knowing
just
his
gotta
crafty assassin
outsmart
skills,
him.
things could have gone south for Misaka if she wasn't careful.
But fortunately for the railgun,
Thankfully, her
she was.
brain
Her
works like
fight
a
with Brunhild
supercomputer.
shows she knows how to deal with tough, up-close threats while keeping her distance.
And being able
Yep.
to dodge particle beams meant Misaka was more than fast enough to react to even Killua's lightning-quick speed.
Add to that her bigger pool of powers, and she had plenty of ways to counter Rhythm Echo, since Killua was lightning, or just pin him in place
Gotta
long
get past my
enough to
Rhythm
pull off a
Echo.
railgun finisher. Killua was strong, but he wasn't gonna outmuscle 6 million tons of iron
Nope,
Killua
not
was a
even
prodigy
remotely
in all
possible.
things Nen, lightning, and killing, but Misaka's varied electro powers,
She
quick
killed
reflexes,
the
and
Killua.
scientific brilliance let her cash in a win.
But
God
hey,
damn it.
at least she let Killua keep the change. She Killua-would him.
The winner
You
is Misaka.
did another. Okay, you're on a timeout, mister.
Thanks for watching.
Yep,
Stay
and
tuned.
then the
We have a new
next
death
one
battle
I will
releasing
be
every 2
reacting
weeks this
to
year. And click the join button to get new
tomorrow.
perks and extra content.
At least
Planet level
tomorrow by
members
the time
can see
this
death
video
battles
comes
before
out.
anyone else, so don't miss out.
Yep. I was so excited for this. Rocket Raccoon versus Stitch? Holy shit, you got me excited. Yeah! Stitch versus Rocket. A very good fight that I remember being ecstatic about when it came out. And very happy who I found out who won that. But anyhow, it's pretty good. Again, I think it might be the weakest episode of the season so far, but that doesn't mean it isn't great. So yeah. I'll be sure to rank it later on down the line when I react to all the episodes and do a proper, listing and all that. But yeah, so far, it was a good episode. Not going crazy about either series, but still really good. And I really think that's all I have to say. Again, maybe when I do a ranking of these, I'll have a lot more to say on the aspect of the episode of the whole. I'm not really familiar with either series, so my interest in both are just kind of meet the same, really. A certain magical index has a lot more, because I just don't really care for Hunter x Hunter all that much. But, again, good fight. Next time you'll see me, I'll react to either Stitch vs. Rocket or Discord vs. Bill, whichever comes out first. But yeah, with that being said, thank you so much for watching. I promise this is not going to be as much of a problem anymore. I have dedication now. And yeah, I will see you guys later. Peace.